Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe here at Fino Boxing, like this video, and leave your comments down below. And follow us at all our social media platforms at Fino Boxing, and my personal one is at Adriana_sports.
Cool. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm joined here by Golden Boy's very own Hector Valdez, who actually returns to action next Friday, July 24th, on the VERGIL Ortiz versus Vargas undercard. Hector, you're one of the lucky ones that got chosen to be a part of this card. First and foremost, how does that make you feel?
Man, it makes me feel real good. You know, it's an honor to be able to fight on the first show that the zone is putting. You know, it's a blessing. It's exciting. You know, it just feels good.
Yeah, and you're also, you're not taking on no slouch. You're taking on Jose Morales, someone who has 26 fights, I believe, who's fought actually pretty good competition. Nico Hernandez, even Batman Rodriguez. He fought Jose Valdez as well. What is it? And he's never been stopped. So what is it that you want to bring and show the fans, when they tune in on the zone?
Well, I think I'm gonna have to, practice my patience. Um, you know, practice more of my skills other than just power, just trying to knock him out because, like you said, it's a tough veteran. He's been up there. He's been there with world champions. And, he knows what he's doing. So it's gonna be interesting. How everything's gonna play out.
Now, as far as getting ready for this camp, when did you get a call from Golden Boy and from VERGIL Ortiz Sr., who's also your manager? When did you get that call, and how much time did you have to prepare for this fight?
Well, I was training here. I was already here at the RGBA 4 weeks prior to this because of Josh. Josh was fighting for his world title, so I was up there. I was down here, helping him out for his world title. So I was already in camp for 4 weeks. I ended up going back to Dallas for like a week and a half, and then Virgil had already, said, you might fight, just stay ready. So then when he called me, it wasn't a big surprise. And then the good thing is, I was already sparring, I was already in camp. Um, Whenever he gave me the call to come back, down here, I came back and we started back where we left off. Came back first day of sparring, eight rounds. Um, it was like I said. I was already in camp, so everything was pretty good.
Yeah, no doubt. You made it no secret, your 12-0 knockouts, being part of Golden Boy Promotions. A victory over Jose Morales. What does that get you? How closer does that get you to fight for a potential world title, or at least a regional title somewhere in the top 10, top 15?
I think it's gonna get me a lot closer. Um, like you said, he's fought world champions. Um, he's been in there with top competition. So if I'm able to compete with him, maybe Golden Boy will see, he's maybe he's up there. He has what it takes to be with the big dogs, with the sharks.
Yeah, no doubt. And obviously, being from Texas, I'm sure you heard the news of what happened with fellow Golden Boy Travel MAZION, who passed away in a car accident. First
Yes,
and
sir.
foremost, how did you take the news, and that you knew him, obviously growing up in Texas?
Man, when I seen the news, I was like, wow, that's crazy. Um, I didn't really know him too much. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him on my fight in San Antonio.
Okay.
That's when I met him, and it was crazy because he kind of like just was talking to me like if he knew me, like if we knew each other for a while. Um, as far as I know, he was a guy that always always had good vibes. He was always smiling, always playing around. He would always be. I saw him, dancing and having a good time before the fight, in the locker room. And it's just crazy how things happen. One day you're here, the next you're not. So you can never take this life as for granted. Because anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. Like you mentioned, obviously, it's one of those things that you never know when anyone's time will come. And from the time that I met him, he was actually a pretty nice guy and definitely a talented fighter coming out of Texas. There's a lot of talent coming out of Texas. Obviously, you have yourself, you have Joshua Franco, who you mentioned, who just became a world champion. You have Virgil Ortiz, you have Mario Barrios. You have actually a long list of fighters. Hector Tanajara, who's also with RGBA. How would you assess the talent coming out of Texas nowadays that we see these world titles, the world champions, and this young new crop of fighters coming out? What's your take on that?
Man, I think Texas always had these talented fighters. Um, I've always said it since the amateur days. I think the hardest place for me to was Texas to get out. Once I used to get out of Texas, like to make it to nationals, getting out of Texas was always the hardest. Um, of course, nationals you did had, it was different competition because you had all these different styles. You had a lot of favoritism, and you also, had a lot of, you know, you're way up there, and it kind of messes with your head. But as far as fighting, Texas always had, real good fighters. I like the fact that boxing is actually paying attention more to Texas now than they used to, and we get to finally, you know, showcase a lot of our talented upcoming prospects.
Yeah, no doubt. And obviously, there's also established stars such as the Charlo twins. You have the Figueroas, Brandon and Omar Figueroa, and obviously the other fighters for Errol Spence, Maurice Hooker. So obviously the list goes on and on of all the talent coming out of Texas. Finally, Virgil Ortiz fights Samuel Vargas. If I could get your prediction on that on the main event, what is it that you want to see from Virgil on fight night?
I think Virgil's gonna. I think Virgil's gonna dominate. To be honest, I think it would. I don't think it'll go past six, and if it does go past six, much respect to his opponent. Virgil right now in the gym, he's just looking super solid. He's sparring Jose Ramirez, Mikey Garcia, these heavy hitters, and he just looks real focused, dedicated, and he's in shape. So I really don't see this fight going past the six.
As far as you personally, obviously, you might have, there's talk of you maybe being the first fight back. What do you want to show the fans who are going to be tuning in from your perspective that you want to bring to the table?
Um, well,
Or do you have a prediction for your fight? How do you see it? How do you see yourself winning?
an explosive fighter, and I think everybody thinks that I'm gonna go in there and just bang it out. But no, this time I'm working on being patient, kind of like my last fight. Start off patient, slow, um, and it's just see what's gonna go down. I know this fighter is gonna wanna take me into deep waters because of his experience. Um, but I also have experience. I've been sparring with top guys, top prospects, and contenders, and I know I know I got what it takes to be victorious. So as far as me, my game plan is just to be patient and try to be as slick as I can be, and just see what happens.
Well, we're looking forward to July 24th on DAZN. Hector Valdez, thank you so much for taking the time. We look forward to seeing you in action, and we wish you best of luck for next fight Friday night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Have a good one. See you soon.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe here at Fino Boxing, like this video, and leave your comments down below. And follow us at all our social media platforms at Fino Boxing, and my personal one is at Adriana_sports.